Om Shanti. Good morning. So, today is the auspicious occasion of Raksha Bandhan. So, happy Raksha Bandhan to all of you. And again, these are two beautiful Hindi words when we speak about them. Raksha. Raksha means protection. And protection from what? We know now as Brahmins that it's not only about just a sister and a brother, the brother giving protection to the sister. So we know every festival which is there is basically a memorial of the confluence age. So rather, I must say, Baba tells us it's not about Raksha, protection, it's about Suraksha. And when I say Suraksha, another Hindi word, which is basically safety. Sometime in the June or July, mid of the year, they celebrate this safety week. Uh, Basically, it's the transport department in India. It's basically that how to be safe while driving and how to maintain all the precautions which are there for our safety. So when I say Suraksha, Baba says, what is the most important source of safety for y'all? It's your purity, being away from the vices. So the more I'm able to maintain that purity, and purity at many different levels. Baba speaks very deeply about purity. It's about being pure even at the thought, word, and deed level. At a very subtle level, even Vyarth. Yesterday's slogan, blessing, was all about how to get rid of the waste and how to think powerful. So Vyarth and Samat. So even getting rid of the waste. Today's blessing in the Sakar Murli is about how to be lagav mukt, how to be away from uh, attraction of people and not even getting attracted towards anyone and even making yourself a source of attraction. So both ways. So lagav mukt. So there are so many different facets of purity. And this is what Baba says is the true Raksha Bandhan for you, whereby you, the soul, are just connected to the one and the only one, Baba. Just take everything from Baba. And that is the source of safety. Let I, the soul, not be taking anything from anyone in the world, not even a Alokik. Yes, obviously, I will be supporting each other. I would be cooperating with each other as Brahmins, but taking only from Baba. So, with this prelude, let's move on to the part 3 of today's English Avyak Murli, that is 18th of Jan 1993. And we have those last 4 group meetings which are remaining, and they are again very powerful ones. We'll see what Baba has to say. I'll share the screen. The first one in that is about the definition of a Brahmin. So group number 3, Brahmin. Brahmin means the one who makes the impossible into possible. So as we were discussing, do you constantly experience one's strength, one's support? Rather, it should be support here. So it is ek bal ek bharosa. It's only one, ek. And if I am in this ek mode, ekta, unity, ekagrata, concentration, ekras avastha, stability, achal, adol. Yesterday also the Murli was all about being achal and adol. So if I am in this mode always, then I'm getting that strength and support from only one. So the more faith you have in the one Father, the more strength you gain. Because having faith in the one Father concentrates your intellect, ekagrata, making it freeing from wandering. And with the power of concentration, you easily achieve success in whatever you undertake. Also, where there is concentration, decisions are very easy. Decision-making power becomes easy. Because when there is turmoil, decisions are not accurate. So one's strength, one's support means experiencing easy success in every task. No matter how difficult a task is, those with one strength and one support perceive every task as a game. It doesn't feel like work, it feels like a game. So there is joy in playing a game, isn't it? No matter how much effort is required, playing a game means happiness. Look, even when you wrestle, you have to work hard. Kushti, we say in Hindi. But if you do it as a game, you are happy. Then it doesn't feel like hard work. So with happiness, the task easily succeeds. Even if you do a task but are not happy, and instead you are worried or anxious, it will seem difficult, right? So one strength, one support is a sign that you will be happy and effortless. And with one strength, one support, no matter how impossible, it will still seem possible. So that's the detail. As I said, Baba speaks about all ek. So he spoke about ekagrata, yeah. Ek bal, ek bharosa se, how it will be. Ekagrata and how that leads to concentration, how it leads to success in every task which I perform. In Brahmin life, nothing, whether physical work or spiritual effort, can be impossible. Sthul or Sukshma. The very meaning of Brahman is the one who makes the impossible into possible. The word impossible doesn't exist in the Brahman dictionary, nor does the word difficult, nor the word hard work. So, are you such a Brahmin, or does it sometimes seem impossible? Oh, Baba, we say this is too difficult. Then we say, oh, this one doesn't change at all. And then I keep cursing. Then I say, this work never gets done. I don't know what my fate is. In Hindi, we say, pata nahi, pata nahi. Baba says, if you keep saying pata nahi, patta hi cut ho jayega, which means your fortune will be evaporated or your fortune will just disappear. You don't understand it that way, so on, so forth, do you? Or does any task seem difficult? So when you leave the Father's company and do it alone, it will feel like a burden and it will require effort and it will seem almost difficult and impossible. But if you keep the Father with you, even mountains will become mere mustard seeds. We say, Rai ka pahad banate hain, opposite. But Baba says it will become from a pahad into a Rai. Baba says from Rai into Rui. So which means from a mustard seed. Mustard seed is still when you take it and apply it on the body, like you can see it's a little bit rough. The roughness or the rough feeling appears. But Rui is a cotton wool. So let any circumstance or situation, however difficult it may be, but with one strength and one support, with Baba beside me, or rather with Baba as my companion, it seems to be a very small thing. So this is called living in this one strength, one support. Again, they are changing it to one power, one trust, but it's one strength, one support. And one who lives in this consciousness can never even imagine what will happen, how it will happen, because if there is a question mark in the intellect won't be able to make the right decision, right? It is not clear. So then if while doing any work, the question arises, I don't know what will happen, how will it happen, then this is called the situation of war. And remember, Baba tells us that as Brahmins, you are Trikaldarshis, Master Trikaldarshi, which means you know the three aspects of the time, the past, present, and the future. So this question can never arise that, oh, what will happen? I don't know. So are you a Brahmin or a Kshatriya? Because if till now, according to the time, if you have the sanskars of war, then will you reach Suryavanshi or Chandravanshi? You don't want to go to Chandravanshi, right? So even when you sit in yoga, sometime you do yoga and then sometime you keep fighting. If at the same time you leave the body when you're fighting, then where will you go? What will happen? Because it is known that the final thoughts show the destination. Antmate so gati. So at the last moment of my life, the last breath, the last thought, what is it? If it's about still fighting, still trying to able to concentrate in yoga, then I'm not reaching there where I should. Therefore, always imbibe the sanskars of victory. And when the Almighty Authority Father is with you, then where there is God, is there war or victory? So become such victorious jewels, Vijay Ratan. And this is called having one strength, one support, right? Acha. This was the third group, all about how to imbibe in action this slogan of ours, one strength, one support. Group number 4. If the guards in the form of attention and checking are in order, then the treasures will remain safe. So there are two guards, attention and checking. So on the first day when Bijit Bhai was asking that, why do we know everything, that each power is so important. We know the importance. We know when to apply as well. But we aren't able to apply that particular power at that particular time. That's because our guards are offshoot. Our guards are not properly working. And those two guards are attention and checking. So it's a beautiful uh, conversation with the group number 4. Do you always experience yourself as the master of all the Father's treasures? And Father's treasures are unlimited. We can discuss in detail, but the main three ones are knowledge, virtues, and powers. So have you become masters or are you becoming one? When all the children became masters, the Father gave everyone the same treasure. Or did he give less to some, more to the others? No, he gave them the same. And when they received the same, then why is there a number in that? Everyone received the same treasure, yet some received it in abundance and some less. And the reason for this is that they do not know how to manage the treasure. So we are very poor managers of the treasure of Baba. Some children increase it while others squander it, decrease it. So the way to increase it is to share it. And the more you share, the more it will increase. It reminds me of Dadi Janki's slogan, and there's a booklet on that also. She used to always say these three words: care, share, and inspire. So here it is that the more I share with everyone, it will increase. Those who do not share it do not grow. So it's an imperishable treasure. You can increase it as much as you wish. Managing all the treasures means checking them again and again, just as a watchman is appointed to manage the treasures. So to keep this treasure always safe, there should be guards who pay attention and check. So the treasure of the one who knows how to pay attention and check, no one can ever take it away and no one can lose it. So are the guards alert or do they fall asleep in carelessness? This was again on the first day also Baba said 3 days ago, and we spoke carelessness. When the guards also fall asleep, they lose the treasure. So therefore, if both attention and checking are correct, then no one can ever touch this treasure. So you have accumulated countless, inexhaustible, unbroken treasures. So I must say these three words, I don't know what is in Hindi, but all these khazane are unlimited, behad ke hain. Akhut. Akhut is inexhaustible, they don't get exhausted. And unbroken is achal adol. They never break off. So you're always happy seeing these treasures, aren't you? Do you ever feel a wave of sadness in any situation? Because again, when you have sadness, you have lost the treasure of happiness. Khushi ka khazana. So there should not be even a wave of sorrow in your dreams. Because when a wave of sorrow comes, dukh ki leher, happiness diminishes. And at that time, and remember the Father as the ocean of happiness. And the Father is the ocean of happiness. How can a wave of sorrow come to you, children? The eternal, original form of you souls, Adi and Anadi, is also the embodiment of happiness. When you are in the supreme abode, Param Dham, you are the embodiment of happiness. And then when you become the original deity, the Adi Sanatan Devi Devta Dharam, you are also the embodiment of happiness. So remember your original eternal form, and the wave of sorrow will never come. Okay, so did the Pandavas ever feel a wave of sorrow? Do you ever get angry? So to get angry means to give sorrow and receive sorrow. So how beautifully Baba has taken us in this wave. He's moved from happiness and then suddenly into sorrow. Because anger is the source of sadness. It makes you lose your happiness. Those who never get angry, raise your hands. So let us do that inside. Though we can't see each other, but we can raise our hands inside. Baba says the hand of your mind, man ka haath. We also need a certificate from your family members. Though I would feel that, but my near and dear ones will be the best ones to give me a certificate. If someone ever abuses you or insults you, do not get angry even then. See, everyone's photo is being taken. If it doesn't, it is very good. No anger. But in the future, now do not allow Maya to come in this form under any circumstance. If you're safe until now, congratulations. But remain indestructible in the future as well. Means make this Avinashi and make sure anger doesn't come. Okay. Do the mothers get attached? So Baba spoke about Pandavas' happiness and Pandavas getting angry. Because usually it is seen that the brothers or the male gender, the vice which is prominent is anger. And the mothers, the vice which is prominent is attachment. The Pandavas have arrogance, which is a part of anger, ahankar rather. There's a fifth one. And mothers have attachment. So what will you do this year, the mothers? Don't get angry at all. You can't say that you have to do it, otherwise it won't work. So even in today's times, anger spoils things. And with spiritual love and peace, even spoiled work can be set right. Therefore, this is also a very big defect. So becoming conquerors of anger is very important for Brahmin life. Krodh Jeet or Krodh Mukt. And mothers have to become Nashto Moha, conquerors of attachment. Because sometimes due to attachment, anger may also arise. So see, anger has various shades. It could be because no one listening to me, so my arrogance, my ego is hurt. It could be because I'm attached, anger comes in. So that's the other thing. And also happiness goes off when you get anger. So many different ways anger arises. So sometimes due to attachment, anger may also arise. So what is everyone's goal today? Excuse me. To become like the Father. So does the Father have anger or attachment? Can we say that about Baba? No. So you have to become like that. Haven't you? No matter what circumstances arise, become conquerors of Maya. Means enjoying the happiness of a Brahman life. So underline this further and finish this year. Okay? Acha. Group number 5. Closely related to this now. A Rajyogi is the one who controls his sense organs in order. We say in Hindi, कर्मेंद्रियों को order प्रमाण चलाना. That means a Rajyogi. So let's do this today, later in the meditation when we finish today. So can everyone experience the bodiless state in a second? Ashariri. Or will it take time? You are a Rajyogi, and what does a Rajyogi mean? You're a king, aren't you? So what is your body? It is an employee, isn't it? So why can't you become bodiless in a second? Give the order, don't become body conscious right now. The body won't obey. So does it obey or not? It should actually, but it doesn't obey in a second. Rajyogi means Master Almighty Authority. If Master Almighty people can't even break the bondage of karma, then how can they be called Master Almighty Authorities? You say you are Master Almighty, so keep increasing this practice. Rajyogi means becoming a king and controlling the sense organs to your order. Now, sense organs is all the physical ones, the touch, the seeing, the speaking, etc., so on and so forth. The physical ones, but it's also the subtle ones, which is our mind, intellect, and sanskars, both, or all three. Because if you don't have such practice, how will you achieve title of pass with honors in the last moment of life? Last time means last breath or last moment. Do you want to pass with a push or do you want to achieve a pass with honors? So just as coming into the body is easy, it doesn't even take a second. Coming into the body means coming into the consciousness of I being the body. So similarly, because you have been practicing that for a long time, the sanskar of body consciousness. So similarly, going beyond the body also requires practice and a lot of time. If the goal is great, then the efforts should also be great as per the goal. So whatever is my aim and object, lakshya, so should be my lakshan. So lakshan here is efforts and lakshya is the aim and object. So practice this again and again throughout the entire day. One moment you are in the body, the next moment you are bodiless, separated from the body. To be the last, you are the fast, and to come first, you have to make fast efforts. So we say, last, so fast, so first. So who is the happiest? What are you happy about? Always keep a list of the fortunes you have received in front of you. How much fortune have you received? You have received so much of fortune that even at the end of the kalpa, end of the cycle, devotees are praising your fortune. See, whenever you listen to any kirtan, what do you feel? Whose glory is it? Kirtan is all those bhajans, the hymns, the songs, spiritual songs which are sung in the path of devotion. So Baba also says about these two words in Hindi, kirtan and kirti. So kirtan word comes from kirti. Kirti means to sing praises of some of own fortune. So if I'm singing praises of my fortune, which means that's nothing but a kirtan. So basically it is they are praising us. Then in the path of devotion it became as a kirtan or as a song. Excuse me. So whenever you listen to any kirtan, what do you feel? Whose glory is it? There is a kirtan of the double foreigners as well. Baba is being very humorous. You became fortunate at the confluence age. Until now, you're listening to the description of your fortune at the confluence age itself. So, do you feel happy seeing your own picture in the conscious form, which means look at your own picture, that what you're going to become? Baba says Chitra and Charitra. Chitra actually for Baba means body. Therefore, Baba says, I am Vichitra. Supreme Being, Baba is Vichitra, he's without the body. In Vichitra, I mean, people would say in Hindi it means unique, but according to Baba, Vichitra is without the body. And Chitra, so that is Chitra. And Charitra is a character. So, can I see my own character in my own picture? That's what Baba says. So, and this group number 5 is all about how to practice being the bodiless stage. And the last group is group number 6. This is to lead an alaukic life, become Kam kharch bala nashin in all the matters. So kam kharch is low cost or low expense, and bala nashin is to have great glory. Bala nashin means you try to make someone's name Bala. Bala means glory, uh, to glorify someone's name. So we have this expression which Baba has given us, that whatever you do, seva wise or whatever, even at the center, it should be of somewhere middle grade. It should not be too hi-fi, and it should not be like torn clothes or not well kept center or not well kept bodies, etc. So whatever we do, the expense should be less. It should be economical. The sanskar of economy should come, because this way then there will be more glory to that. Therefore, it is called Kam Kharch Bala Nashin. So the title of this group number 6 is To Lead an Alaukic Life. Let's practice Kam Kharch Bala Nashin in all the matters. And here Baba is meeting the residents of Madhuban. Because we know Madhuban is such a big house, Baba's house. And you can imagine taking care of all the logistics expenses is really a big deal there. The glory of Madhuban is renowned everywhere. The glory of Madhuban means the glory of the residents of Madhuban. Is the glory of Madhuban greater, or the glory of the residents of Madhuban greater? It's all about glory. What is called Madhuban? Are these buildings called Madhuban? No. Madhuban is because of the residents of Madhuban. And you know Madhuban. Madhu means honey, and Ban is forest. So it's the forest of honey. So the glory of Madhuban is the glory of the residents of Madhuban. And always remember that the glory of Madhuban is our glory. The glory of the great is sung, right? The ordinary is not glorified. It is the extraordinary or the great ones which are glorified, Mahan. So here we say Mahanta is Mahanta ki Mahima. Again, two Hindi words which are rhyming. So greatness is glorified. Mahanta hi, ya Mahanta ki Mahima hai. So the residents of Madhuban have become great, haven't they? Or do they sometimes become ordinary? And mind you, who are Madhuban residents? Only the ones who are staying there physically? Absolutely no. It's also we all residents, because our original home is Madhuban. Baba says each of my Brahmin child is a Madhuban Nivasi, whether you are at home or staying in any center or staying at any retreat center or at the Madhuban Yajna, all of you are Madhuban residents. So Madhuban residents mean the best, the greatest. And Alaukikta is Mahanta. So that is, Alaukikta is greatness. Ignore the word supernatural. So worldliness cannot be called greatness. So Madhuban residents mean that every action, every word, every thought is alaukik. Madhuban residents mean becoming beyond ordinary. Sadharanta nahi, mahanta. Their vision, their attitude, their memory, their actions. So all this comes with drishti, vritti, smriti, and kriti. All these. They are all alaukik. And that is great. And this is the glory of the residents of Madhuban. Understood? So in Madhuban, the glory is not of the walls or the buildings. It is of you Madhuban residents who are going to come first in every action, aren't they? So in what do you have to come first in this Avyakt year? In becoming like the Father. So Baba says, compete in this and come first in becoming Bap Saman, in being first in the Alaukik. So from now on, when there is no trace of ordinary behavior or ordinary speech in Madhuban, then the residents of Madhuban will receive a special reward. The results of every month throughout the year will be released. So there is one thing called award and the other is a reward. So award is something you get as a token of appreciation for what you have done. And reward is re. Re means in return you get it. So we are getting a special return gift from Baba. And it's always a return. We have to do something, then you get a return as a form of a special reward. Therefore, it's a reward, not a award. So results of every month throughout the year will be released. So there should not be even the slightest ordinariness in every month. There should be greatness. So why they speak, Baba is saying about month? Because in the month of January, the first month, month, Avyakt Mas, all Baba's remembrances, beautiful yoga happens. But as February, March comes, February also is still good with Shivratri happening and all that. But further down, the ordinariness starts coming in our effort in the other months. But Baba says here, every month you should be great. Greatness is first, isn't it? Ordinariness cannot be called first. So in Madhuban, we'll see who takes the first prize. So we'll take this prize, right? We will see who takes the prize because Madhuban residents receive special blessings according to the drama. So whatever Madhuban residents do, it happens automatically and easily everywhere because Madhuban is the lighthouse. So Madhuban will receive blessings for this blessing which they give to the world because Madhuban is a lighthouse, a might house. The light of a lighthouse spreads everywhere, doesn't it? The light of a bulb won't spread everywhere. So it will spread all around the lighthouse. So become a lighthouse and spread the light of the subtle state and the subtle conduct everywhere. So let my subtle stage be revealed. You like it, don't you, your subtle stage? The people of Madhuban are experienced. What difficulty do the people of Madhuban have? Nothing actually. They can do whatever they want because there is an atmosphere of sadhana and resources too. So sadhana bhi hai, sadhan bhi hai. So sadhan is the resources. The resources available in Madhuban are not as much as there are in the service centers. The same atmosphere of sadhana that exists in Madhuban has to be created in the service center as well. It is there automatically here in Madhuban. In the centers, it has to be created. Why it is automatically present in Madhuban? Because in Madhuban there is Baba. Everyone's effort is individual. No matter how many people there are, everyone must make an effort for themselves. To achieve this alaukik, always remember one slogan that Brahma Baba loved, or Father Brahma always loved. And what is that slogan? Kam kharch bala nashin. Less expenditure and greater glorification. So always remember this slogan and demonstrate that you can achieve greater glory with less expenditure. Not like this, if you spend less, it will appear to be a shortcoming. No. There may be less expenditure, but the result obtained from it should be excellent. There should be excellent results with less expenditure. So to create such an alaukic life, one must become an embodiment of this in everything, both in words and actions. So we have to create less thoughts, use less words while speaking, and in our actions also we should be having less expenditure. Less expenditure means not more energy or resolution. It's more work but with less expenditure. Sorry, I don't know what's the translation of this last word. Not like this, reduce the work itself. There should be less time but more work. So I should be able to do the same amount of work in less time. There should be less words, as I said before, thought, word, action, all Baba is looking at. So economy of thoughts, economy of words, economy of actions. There should be less words but more clarification in those words. There should be fewer thoughts but they should be powerful, and this is called Kam Kharch Balanashim. So demonstrate how to gather all the treasures at a low cost. The residents of Madhuban are full in this, right? I told you that the Madhuban storehouse is full, so is its storehouse. So now the storehouse is Bhandara. So you should know Bhandara and Bhandari. So Baba is saying that Madhuban's Bhandara, which means the place, the kitchen where cooking happens, that is full, and so is Madhuban's Bhandari. Bhandari is where the box where we put all the sort of currency or everything which we have got in cash, whatever for the yajna. So Bhandara and Bhandari both are full. So residents of Madhuban also have their storehouses now full with the treasures of all the powers. So even our Avinashi Bhandari of this thing, of the treasures, is also full. Okay, so the last bit. Baba, someone is asking Baba. Baba, sorry, we have exceeded the time a bit because it's a beautiful group meeting. So, Baba, what is the role of the advance party as this at this time? Someone asked Baba. When it's written in brackets, it's someone else speaking. So that's the reason it's in brackets. So their role is the same as yours, Baba is saying. You're serving with good intentions, aren't you? So you are not doing it in the midst of conflict. So they too continue to do everything with their vibrations. So Baba says this word in Hindi. There should be no matbhed. Even if there is matbhed, there should be no manbhed. Brijman Bhai Sahib used to use this very often. So even if we are doing many things in Madhuban, meetings, conference, etc., but while doing this, there should be no conflicts. Say, even if there's a difference of opinion, that's still fine, but let there be no difference of mind. In the sense, let I not have any difference in our thought patterns with each other. मन भेद नहीं होना चाहिए, मतभेद हो सकता है. So this way there will be no conflicts and there will be good vibrations in the Madhuban. And lastly, I think there was a conference happening that time. So the message for the conference, that's the last bit today. So before the conference, give such a vibration of peace that the people who will come can receive that. And this is needed now, and do yoga. Always Baba says, before any big program, invoke the souls over there and do yoga for them. So this also becomes a golden chance for Brahmins. Whenever something like this happens, what do they say? Do yoga, do unbroken yoga. So the unrest of the world, and this is a golden chance for Brahmins. So unrest of the world will disappear. So this is also a chance in between to concentrate the intellect further. So someone said, we cannot come to the class during a curfew. Baba says it is believed that students will definitely study. They can do it at home, right, as well. You don't need to come to the center. And all of us experience that during COVID. It is the job of the teacher to get the curfew lifted in his area with his yogic power. So Baba is saying a surrendered teacher should be able to lift the curfew in your area with her yoga power. And seeing this scene also increases the experience of fearlessness. Good. Acha. Om Shanti. So I'll stop sharing and we can spend a minute in silence and then we have 5 more minutes to share. Thank you. Now you can start sharing.
Happy Raksha Bandhan, Manoj Bhai. Thank you very much for your wishes. Hope we all will be ready to go to the subtle world where Brahma Baba is waiting with a plate full of Rakhi, especially for our club members, for a wonderful year. So happy Raksha Bandhan. And yes, it was a wonderful Murli from what Baba spoke about awareness, about Avyaktiya, about Shreshta Viddhi, Shreshta Siddhi, and one point which I totally take in the Murli, plus a few from the groups, is a firm pledge of revelation. tightening the screw of the weakness of short-sightedness and long-sightedness. As for the groups, I think it was lots on par, how to order the par, how to order Vishwa Parivartak. And today Baba gave me one more slogan: to appoint two guards, two new watchmen, attention and checking. Thank you very much for a wonderful session of the first Avyakt Murli of the Avyaktya. Once again, happy Raksha Bandhan. Om Shanti.
Thank you.
Uh,
Yeah, go ahead, Bijit.
yeah, Om Shanti. So my takeaway is also this attention and checking. So the two parts. So I think it is based on this that the Brahmins develop their Purusharth and also in that journey, right? Some would be very experienced in knowledge, some would not be that much experienced, but when we see some would have made a lot of progress in that journey because they may be their duration may be short in knowledge. Some would have very natural way of checking them and changing them. Whereas some would not have that practice. They would just go in the knowledge. So this is some thing will help us to grow faster in knowledge. My understanding is, and more we are able to do this attention and checking two guards, this will help us to make faster progress. I and when I check these two guards in my day-to-day life, I feel morning everything seems to go well. Towards the afternoon, things are not okay as expected, and then again towards the evening and then night, kind of okay. But I think how good it is in the morning, right? Because of the classes and Murli classes and the Amrit Vela and all that is following, right? Then evening, other things will also come, personal and professional and everything get mixed. And then I think these two cards somewhere disappear. Um, so how do we write in these cards, Manoj Bhai? Any thought on that?
There's no just, I don't think there's any one solution to this. It's just keep doing it, keep doing it. And Baba says in the Sakar Murli about these 4 and 4, 8 hours, which Baba speaks. So I think the first 4 hours, as you rightly said, 4 o'clock to 8 o'clock, the Amrit Vela. Then this Murli churning, then you're listening to Murli, Sakar Murli at the center, blah, blah, all that. So Baba says that maintain this silence. So I think these first 4 hours, 4 a.m. to 8 a.m. is very easy, whereby we are maintaining silence and practicing introversion, sitting in the cave of introversion again and again, antarmukta. Whereas the remaining 4 hours, which should be the winding up thing. So if someone sleeps at 10, in Hindi we say das bas. So now you should retire. So Baba says the last 4 hours as well also. So 6 to 10, if possible, 6 p.m. to 10 p.m., whereby everyone has finished their job, they're returning back home. So last 4 hours also try to unwind. So it starts with Nima Sham Yog, say 6:30 to 7:30. I think that also should be as important as Amrit Vela Yog. And then after that, if someone is having a late dinner, so dinner also in Baba's remembrance and try to wind up down. But what happens is, I think we are so much in the mode of extroversion, social media, listening to things, looking at things. So all that usually happens later in the day or towards late evening when people are at home free. Otherwise, everyone is so busy at job, you don't find out time to do all that. So I think cutting down the screen time, so many other things which we can incorporate in our daily schedule, which will help us to practice this introversion. Because Baba says that antar mukta ki gufa mein baitho bar bar, which means let me explore this cave of introversion. So I think in the daytime, what I do, I'm not so very busy that way. So I'm just sharing my example since you've asked me. So what I do is I keep the spiritual reading time whenever I have a little bit of free time, rather than just sitting, because it's difficult to have yoga all the time. So something should be there in your mind, which will, some knowledge point should keep uh, always be in your mind, which will help you to keep churning on that. So I just pick up Avyakmuli, and there's a lot of literature we have from the Spark, which they have published. So right now, I'm looking at one of the book called Divya Shaktiyan. And then there is Vikarmajit Bhava. There are so many different things coming from the Spark. And all these are basically compilation of Avyak Murlis of Baba. So, and every of these, each of these book, like I'm just looking at Divya Shaktiyan, which is Bhagwan, Gyan ki Shakti, Manan Shakti, Parakne ki Shakti. So one different point, and what Baba has said on that particular virtue, on that particular power, is being compiled right from 1969 onwards till 2017. So it's a good way to just keep reading something or the other literature from our big storehouse of Brahmin literature. And the other day I was looking at Gyan Sudha, a publication from how Jagdish Bhai has written so many books, and he was the one. Baba said that he had a big intellect of 6 foot ka intellect tha, 6 foot ki buddhi thi. Like this soul has done amazing job. He's written so much. So I think we should, I mean, can anyone tell me, have you all read all the literature of the Brahma Kumaris? We hardly have any time left. And I would rather say, no, the literature, basically, it's the Avyak Murlis. So if we can just keep reading something or the other powerful in the entire day, I think that should make my state of mind very powerful. And that also adds on to the Purusharth time. So 8 hours, if I can do that. So 10 a.m., sorry, 4 to 8 a.m. and again 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. that can really help to do a checking, much more better checking and attention on my effort. Right, sorry for overshooting on the time. I would just read one chat sharing. Vinod Bhai has said, one focus and concentration brings success. Right. Okay, so we are overboard on the time. Should we spend a moment in silence now? And what we'll do is the last group, which last or second last, it was about Baba spoke saying that can we become bodiless in a second? So I think let's practice that for the next few minutes. Just be fully bodiless, fully detached from this body and in just the remembrance of the One. Okay, Om Shanti. Om Shanti. Thank you so much. Have a good day.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Baba. Thank you, Manoj Bhai. Thank you, Divine Family. We'll connect again tomorrow at 5 a.m. Until then, have a wonderful day. Om Shanti.